And tonight, the search continues for a missing kayaker who went over Willamette Falls on Saturday night.
Today, we learned that the 20-year-old man from California was vacationing with his family and staying at a floating home on the river. Katu's Christina Giardinelli joins us live now. So, Christina, that rental is really close to the falls.
Yeah, that's right. He was, the community is about just a little less than half a mile upstream, so this way. And I'm going to step aside so you can see the falls are actually right over here. And Clackmas County Sheriff's Office say that the kayaker was last spotted on this side of the river over here on the right. And next to the river here along the banks is a homeless camp. Someone living in that camp is the person who called this in, saying they saw him struggling, paddling away from the falls. There are huge signs along the Willamette River cautioning the public about one of this country's largest waterfalls. But at night, they may be hard to spot. Sergeant Nate Thompson with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says the kayaker that went over the falls Saturday night likely didn't know about the risk when he put in.
To our knowledge so far in talking with the family, no, he was a very inexperienced kayaker, maybe been on a kayak a couple of times in a lake, and not an experienced kayaker as far as like river kayaking. We don't know exactly why he went out at that time and why he went out so late at night. They had just gotten to this area and they were very unfamiliar with the area.
The kayaker put in from the Kanita Floating Homes community, less than a mile upstream from the falls, around 10 p.m. It was a full moon that night, but visibility of the signs cautioning about the falls may have been limited from the water. Thompson says a person living in a nearby homeless camp called this in as it was happening.
They witnessed the kayak go over the falls and then they witnessed the male go over the falls. And after that, there was no other sightings.
The blue kayak the 21-year-old took out was recovered 7.5 miles downstream. Thompson says the area they are searching is over 10 miles, and it's too extensive and too dangerous for dive crews right now.
So we focused our search efforts, primarily in the beginning around the falls and downstream of the falls, and then we've expanded those search efforts all the way down to the Selwood Bridge. So we're searching a pretty large area of the Willamette River, but unfortunately we haven't found any evidence other than the kayak so far.
Now, authorities are asking anyone recreating, so fishing or taking boats out on this river, to keep an eye out for anything that looks suspicious, that looks like it might be a belonging of the kayaker or anything like that. They're asking you to call Clackamas County Sheriff's Office if you spot anything like that. Live in Oregon City, Christina Giardinelli, Katu News.
Christina, thank you for that tonight. And according to the National Park Service, Willamette Falls is the second largest by volume waterfall in the U.S. Only Niagara Falls is larger.
And that fact may be surprising to some. Katu talked to one neighbor who lives in the floating community where the kayaker put in about its dangers. Josh Sumner asked his face not to be shown on camera because of his job.
I think probably it's deceptive. It doesn't look like it's moving at all. In fact, it looks like it's moving the other direction, when in actuality the current is going swiftly towards the falls.
Summer tells us he didn't hear anything the night the kayaker went into the water until helicopters woke him up around 1:30 in the morning. Willamette Falls has an over 40-foot drop. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says no one has ever unintentionally gone over the falls. One person intentionally went over and survived as part of some kind of daredevil stunt.
As multiple agencies searched the Willamette for the kayaker Christina was talking about, they found the body of another person in the water in North Portland. Multnomah County deputies did not say if the body was immediately identifiable when it was discovered between Swan Island and Cathedral Park. They also did not say how the person may have ended up in the water. We'll bring you new details as we get them.